สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We shall start with our first participant, which is Felicia Chan from Malaysia. Felicia?
Ajaan, I practice so far so good. I don't have question at the moment. Thank you, Ajaan.
You happy?
I'm very happy.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
No dukkha?
No,
No dukkha.
Anatta.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll go to Titima from Bangkok. Titima, can you hear me?
กราบนมัสการค่ะพระอาจารย์ Don't have any question today ค่ะ
Okay. Go to Stalin from California. Stalin?
Can you hear?
Perfectly. Good.
Okay. Do I have the permission to continue from where I stopped last time?
Sure, if you don't take too much time.
Okay. Just try to brief as much as I can. With that luminous chitta, where one experiences the knowing without a knower, he comes to the insight or the understanding, the reality of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. How he comes to that understanding of that reality of the Four Noble Truths is, he saw, he experienced when that capital I disappeared momentarily, that suffering was no longer there because there was no one there to suffer. Then he also come to that understanding the reality of the second noble truth, which is with tanha, the cause of suffering. And there also again he sees that when the capital I is no longer there, then who is there to have tanha? Then the nirodha aspect of the suffering he has temporary experience. Then the third noble truth, which is the Eightfold Path, he knows that during his concentration or samadhi towards this state, he slowly developed the 8 factors of the path. It was through that development that he came to this state where he did not experience any capital I. So therefore, he has total confidence in the Eightfold Path. Then again, he also experienced that even at this higher level of samadhi, that too is anicca, because he comes back to his normal situation. Then also, he has great confidence and saddha towards the Buddha, because he knows that what he did was what he followed what the Buddha said. So he has no doubt about the Buddha, the Samma Sambuddho, Vichacharana Sampanno, and so forth. Then again, he has no doubt on the Dhamma either, because he followed the Dhamma to come to this level. Then again, he has no doubt about the Shravaka Sangha or the Attapurisa Puggala, because he knows that they too has experienced what you have experienced and maybe far, far more above that. So he has no doubt on that. Then regarding that view of a capital I, he knows is wrong because he has experienced that. He knows this view comes as long as Nama Rupa Vijnana is there. And you also understand the Vijnana that comes about is the one that brings about the subject and object. So then he has no doubt about the Buddha Dhamma, the Sangha, or this view that it is wrong. Then he also knows that there is no other way other than the following the Eightfold Path that you will be able to bring an end to this suffering. So therefore am I correct then I have two questions on this matter. Number one is it correct of his understanding as said earlier? Second one, is it correct or is there anything wrong in his repeatedly recollecting this experience and this understanding that he has achieved?
Well, this is something you have to actually experience them when they happen, not something you analyze and think about. When your mind becomes afflicted with stress, you want to find out what caused the stress. And if you look deep inside your mind, you'll find it is your craving, your tanha, that causes you the stress. And you need to stop the stress if you want to get rid of the suffering or dukkha. And in order for you to get rid of the dukkha, you have to have the wisdom to see that the object of your tanha or craving is anicca, dukkha, anatta. So when you see that, then you stop your cravings, your tanha, and your suffering, your dukkha will disappear.
So he experiences that because he has no dukkha at the time when the capital I has totally disappeared.
We don't talk about the I, we're just talking about the truth, the truth of suffering. When suffering arises, the one who suffers, the mind who suffers, has to investigate to find the cause of the suffering. And when he finds the cause of suffering to be tanha or craving, then he has to stop that tanha by applying the three characteristics of existence to the object of the cravings. So when you know that you cannot do anything about it, you stop your craving, because what you crave for will make you happy, will cause you dukkha. So you stop.
Yes, because he sees that because the moment the capital I, when he experienced that there is no capital I, then who is there to develop tanha? Then
It doesn't matter whether there's an I or not an I. What matters is there's a dukkha, and how you gonna get rid of it. You can call yourself small you or big you or big I. It doesn't matter. What matters is how to stop your dukkha from happening in your mind.
He sees that when he does not, because when he is not attached to anything, when he is not attached to anything, when there is a knower there,
When there's no attachment, then there will be no craving. When there's no craving, then there will be no suffering, no dukkha.
then he also understands that avijja is sort of far beyond normally the avijja is referred to as ignorance, not knowing the Four Noble Truths and Eightfold Path and so on. But then he realizes that there is something deeper than that, because first there should be somebody there not to know the Four Noble Truths. Because not knowing the Four Noble Truths does not apply if there is no person there. So then he realized that avijja is really this capital I, or what is the Buddha refers to as the ahankara, mamankara, mana, anusaya, the latent tendency to the arising of I, me, and mine.
I cannot answer your question here. I'm sorry, it's too deep for me.
Then my other question is it okay if I continue, if that person continues to recollect this past experience and also to recollect this understanding he has achieved? Is there anything wrong in that recollection?
Well, the goal is to stop your suffering, your dukkha in your mind when it arises. And whatever you have, you can use it and get rid of it, then it's okay. Whatever the truth you want to get. The Buddha said you need wisdom. You need to see the Four Noble Truths, the three characteristics of it, existence, in order for you to stop your cravings, in order for you to stop your dukkha, your suffering.
So the recollection of that.
Recollect of the three characteristics. Everything is body, mind. Everything is the three objects in the four objects of foundation of mindfulness are all anicca, dukkha, anatta. Body, body, feeling, mind, and dhamma. They are all anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Because the Buddha says in the Puttapada Sutra, the Digha Nikaya, Puttapada, experience comes first, then comes the knowledge. So therefore, you are repeatedly seeing that this capital I is nothing but an illusion brought about by Nama Rupa Vijnana, then you tend to see the world, the world that is brought about by the six senses is false. It is false. And he sees that emptiness of all those arisings that come through the six senses.
Okay.
My wife has some questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, can you see that? Come closer.
The question I had was, now, if somebody has gone to a jhana, isn't that only a tool to know?
It's a resting place for the mind, where the mind can rest
Because
and re-energize itself with energy, with equanimity. That's what jhana is like for the body, it's like going to sleep. For the mind is to go into jhana, to rest, temporarily rest, so that when it comes out, it will have the strength to fight the defilement. Without the jhanas, you will not have, the mind won't have the strength to get rid of the defilement, the greed, hate, and delusion. Okay. So you need to practice jhana, samadhi.
Samadhi, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then and learn to apply what you know, that if there is no actual person there, then you should know to apply that into your daily life so that there is no suffering. You don't experience any suffering in your daily life, right?
Well, suffering arises from your cravings for things to be in a certain way. When they don't be in a certain way, then it causes you suffering. So you know you cannot have any craving for anything. You just have to let everything be, let them alone.
Right.
They are like the weather, like the wind, the sun, and the rain.
Right.
Say you have problem with your body, you
Yes.
have desire that your body doesn't get old, get sick or die.
Right.
So this causes you the stress or the dukkha.
Right.
So you have to look at the body as just a natural phenomena.
Right.
And then just let it be. If it's gonna get old, let it get old. If it's gonna get sick, let it get sick. If it's gonna die, let it die. You cannot do anything about it. But you can save your mind from dukkha this way. Your mind will not be, you have no stress, no suffering when your body get old, get sick or die. Understand?
It,
Okay.
Yeah.
But you need samadhi to stop your craving. When your wisdom tells you to not to crave, then you have to have samadhi to stop it.
Yeah.
Without samadhi, you cannot stop it.
And that is the only way you can have samadhi is when you're mindful, most of the time or all the time.
All the time, when you meditate especially. In order for you to stop thinking completely. When the mind stops, then it becomes peaceful, happy, and strong.
Right. And you see when your mind tries to react to things, you can see that you don't have to to react all the time.
That's right. If you have to react, it's only out of reason, not out of emotion.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll go to New Zealand now. Next to Anura and Ramya. Must be quite late. 2:00.
Yeah, it's just past 2:15 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we woke up a bit early today, so we joined early. Yeah, so practice is good, Ajaan. So continue practice in the morning before going to work. This is quite useful for me. Yeah, so if you don't mind, would you please explain the 4 foundation of mindfulness briefly? I know you have explained, so it's just to engrave in our heads.
Well,
Yeah.
the 4 foundation of mindfulness is a manual for meditation practice. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The Buddha instructs us how to develop mindfulness first by being mindful of our body movement, body activity. We have to always be watching the body all the time, from the time we get up to the time we go to sleep. Once we have this continuous mindfulness, then we meditate using anapanasati, using the mindfulness of breathing, watching the breath at the tip of the nose to prevent the mind from thinking. If you can keep focus on the breath only, eventually your mind will drop into calm, to samadhi. Then you have jhana, you have equanimity. Then your mind is ready to go tackle your defilement. So you first go tackle your defilement that is attached to the body. You want to teach the mind to let go of the body, because the body is a natural phenomenon, something that you cannot control or keep forever, because the nature of the body is temporary and is subject to aging, sickness, and death. So then you let go of your attachment to the body. And you also have to study the other parts of the body to see the body in its true picture. It's not a good-looking but attractive body. If you see the inside of the body, you have to look at the unattractive part of the body in order for you to let go of your sexual desire or sexual craving. So this is what you have to do next after you have let go of your attachment to your body as far as aging, sickness, and death is concerned. Actually, sickness is really painful feeling. When you get sick, you get painful feeling. And this is the contemplation or the study of the nature of feeling, the physical feeling. That the feeling are changing all the time, from good to bad, from bad to neutral. You experience this feeling through your body all day long. When you're hungry, you have painful feeling. When you have your meal, you have a good feeling, pleasant feeling. And when you're not hungry nor full, then you have neither good or bad feeling. And the nature of this feeling is also changing all the time, and not under your control. If you want to control this feeling, if you only want good feeling and no bad feeling, then you'll get dukkha when you come face to face with bad feeling. So you have to teach your mind to accept all three types of feeling, not just one type. If you can accept all three types, then regardless of whatever feelings that might appear, you will not have any dukkha, any stress. See, this is a study to let go of your attachment to feelings. And then the mental state is the next object that you want to study. And your mind constantly have changing mental objects all the time. Sometimes it's stressful, sometimes it's calm, sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's sad. Keep changing all the time. So it's a slight feeling. You cannot control this mental state either. You just have to learn to accept them as they come. And you will have no stress. You will have no stress when you're sad, because you can accept sadness. But if you only want happiness, when you get sadness, you will get stressed. So you don't want to have any dukkha when the mental state keep changing all the time. You just have to accept all of them, not just choose which one you like. You have to take them all. It's like a set menu. You go to a restaurant and they have a set menu for you. This is what you're gonna get. You cannot choose. It's not an a la carte. Life is not an a la carte. Body, feeling, and mental state are not a la carte. They are set menu. They come in a set. The body, with birth, you come aging, sickness, and death. With feeling, you get good feeling, bad feeling, and neutral feeling. With mental state, you have happiness, you have sadness. You have neither happiness or sadness. So you have to learn to understand the nature of these three things and then let go of them. By using the Dhamma that you develop, the Noble Eightfold Path. So this is basically what the full foundation of mindfulness is about.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
You have to
Really
do
useful.
you have to do them step by step, not just all at once. Somebody think they can do all the four foundation of mindfulness at the same time in one practice. And you have to learn to develop mindfulness by watching your body. Once you have mindfulness strong enough to sit and meditate, then you meditate, watching your breath until your breath enter into jhana, until your mind enter into jhana. Then after this, when you come out of jhana, not just the first time though, I mean you have to develop jhana for many times until your jhana is real strong. Then when you have strong jhana, when you come out, then you can use the mind that has strong jhana backed up to use to study the nature of body, feeling, and mind, and accept them for as they are. If you don't have jhana, your mind don't want to accept all these things as they are. The mind still wants to choose some of it. Like you want to have a body, but you don't want it to get old, get sick, or die, for instance. But with jhana, with wisdom, you have to accept it. You have to accept the whole package. There's no way that you can deny the package. If you have the body, you have to have aging, sickness, and death. If you have feeling, you have to have the three types of feeling. If you have the mental state, you have to have all the different types of mental state. You cannot just choose the one you like. This is defilement, see, choosing. And this is what causes dukkha or suffering when you cannot get what you pick. You order a hamburger and you get spaghetti instead. And you can become unhappy right away. So you just take whatever you're given, even though if you order hamburger, but the waiter bring you spaghetti, just take it and eat it. Then you will you will not have no anger or sadness or dukkha. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you. So, question on that one. So that means for a practitioner like us, we should basically follow the order, like kaya anupasana, and then think about
First get mindfulness first.
Yes.
Sampachanya, mindfulness, sati sampachanya. Then use anapanasati to get into jhana.
And then mocha and chittang, and then
once you have strong jhana, then you can then tackle the nature of the body first, the nature of feelings, and the nature of the mind.
Thank you. Thank you. Because a lot of misconception in the Buddhist world, because a lot of
nobody practice. Everybody analyze the sutta.
Yeah, I think
you
that's
cannot analyze
the issue.
The sutta is like a manual.
Yeah. It's more like a, what do you call
meditation manual, like when you buy a machine, they give you a manual how to operate the machine. The Buddha give you this manual to how to operate your mind.
A lot of Dhamma teachers, they only explain the Dhammanupasana on the Vipassana side, not into practice. So it's a lot of misconception. So I think thank you for the real Dhamma, Ajahn. So it's really helpful.
If you have no jhana, you won't have the strength to stop your defilement, your cravings. That's what people lack, the strength to stop their defilement. They know the defilement is the cause of the dukkha, but they just cannot stop them because they don't have the strength to do it. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, Professor Ken from Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Ajaan.
How are you? Good?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Mhm. Some days are good, some days are bad. Not good all the time, right?
Changes up and down, but
Yeah. That's like,
overall good.
that's the mind. Sometimes happy, sometimes sad. Sometimes neither sad or happy.
Yes, at the moment I have more time, more free time to practice, and I noticed when the external is becoming quieter, the internal, the thoughts become louder. The inner disturbances are more noticeable when it's quiet in the environment.
You can see the mind clearer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Does Ajaan have any advice how to deal with this increased
Mindfulness, just stop your thought using the mantra or keep watching your body movement all the time. From the time you get up, as soon as you open up your eyes, if you watch using the body, just watch where your body is right now, lying down on bed. And then when it gets up, you have to watch it getting up. When it stands, you have to watch it stand. When it walks to the toilet, you have to watch it walk into the toilet. Whatever it does, you have to couple with it. You have to stay with it. Not let your mind go thinking about some other thing. If you're a real serious practitioner, you don't want to think about anything. You just want to keep watching your body all the time. If you can do this when you sit and meditate, you can watch your mind, watch your breath all the time. And it will be easy for your mind to become still and enter into jhana. Because there is no thought, because the thought has been eliminated by your mindfulness. So practice a lot of mindfulness from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Don't do anything without mindfulness.
And a moment ago, Ajaan was talking about sati sampajanya.
Continuous mindfulness is what I mean.
So the
Sati-
sampajanya just means continuous.
ever present mindfulness.
All right. So
That's the goal. That's the goal of our practice. When we started, our mindfulness come on and off. Be mindful for a couple of seconds, and then the mind drifts away and go think about something else. And you have to bring it back to your object of mindfulness, which is your body. Or in Thailand, usually the Ajahn will teach the mantra Bhutto, which is might be easier for people to do. Just keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. When you recite Bhutto, you cannot think about something else.
Okay.
But in the sutta, the Buddha taught the mindfulness of the body, clear comprehension of the body.
Okay.
Go read the mindfulness of the body in the Four Foundation of Mindfulness.
Yeah. Okay.
When you stand, you know you're standing. When you walk, you know you're walking. When you turn your head to the left, you know you're turning your head to the left. When you turn your head to the right, you know you're watching every movement of your body. When you eat, you know you're eating. We pick the food from the plate, put in your mouth, you know you're doing that. When you chew, you know that you're chewing the food. When you swallow, you know you're swallowing the food. This is continuous mindfulness in order for you to get to sampajanya eventually. But you have to be alone, and you're not doing any other work except the work the essential work, which you usually don't need to do much thinking anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very essential. You want to succeed in meditation, in the practice of samatha and vipassana bhavana. You need to start with mindfulness first. Start with sati. Okay.
Thank you, Thanajan. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll go to Malaysia. Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Thanajan. Everything is clear tonight with your explanation. I don't have any questions. I mean, yes, you're correct. The Buddha's teaching is a manual. We have to practice. Yes.
You have to consult the manual.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like a cookbook. I can read all the Thai cookbook cooking.
Yeah, but you can still not cook.
Yeah, and if I don't cook, I wouldn't know what the taste of green curry is.
And I mean, if you cook yourself, you probably don't get what it's supposed to be anyway.
Yeah.
So you need to consult an experienced cook first, right?
Yes.
Because to do something by the book yourself doesn't come out the way it should be.
Trial and error. Sooner or later, you perfect it. Yeah.
But if you have an experienced person to teach you, then just follow that experienced person instruction.
Correct. Yes.
No need for trial and error. Just do this, just do this, just do this.
Yes.
But if you have no teacher, then you have to try. And the book itself just cannot answer all of your questions.
Correct.
Or give you all the detail like a living teacher does.
Yes.
That's the benefit of having a living teacher to teach you. I mean, that sutta are very good, but sometimes you read it and you don't understand what it means. That's the problem, see. Especially with the slate, there's something lost in the translation also, the language gap. It's an old language, 2,500 years ago. And for us to be able to understand it perfectly, I don't think it's possible. Anyway, if you have no teacher, then you have to rely on the cookbook rather than not having anything at all.
But now I have a live teacher teaching me, so it's very good. It's very good.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Go to Dubai, Apalachita.
Good evening, Thanajan. Yes, I'm just happy to be here listening.
And your brother's back in India?
Yes, and I think he's also joined in. So
I see, okay.
Yes, he will also be joining, I think, whenever he can. Yes.
Okay, good.
Great.
Go to the next person, Lavan. This is the first time here, I think. Where are you from? Yeah.
I'm from California.
California. Which part?
Yes. Marin County.
Marin, San Francisco.
Yeah.
North of San Francisco.
North of San Francisco. Yeah. Across the Sausalito, across the bridge. Yeah.
Across the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question in my mind, but you already answered it when I listened to your explanations. So basically, I just experienced a lot of sufferings, but you just explained it because of the craving, that wanting things to be different.
That's right.
So,
that's the cause of your suffering, the stress.
The stress, and also I think influence from some of the news, like about what's going on in the world and a lot of violence, and that affecting my mood. But I think that is also a type of craving.
Also. You want the world to be peaceful. When it's not peaceful, then you become unhappy.
Yeah. So
So you have to understand the nature of the world, that this is the way it is. The world is just, some peace and some war. There's always something going on, some good thing and some bad thing going on, and there's nothing you can stop them. It's like the work of nature. Everything is it's actually the work of nature, like the storm, the flood, and all these things. Same way with people. People are work of nature also. You, me, we are all work of nature. Sometimes we cannot even control ourselves.
I also
Go ahead.
I also have a tendency to read books, like to intellectualize things. So when you talk about practice is more important than like reading the manual, sometimes I feel like I fall into that trap because I feel like I don't know and I really want to read and kept having a little like greedy for informations, but sometimes it's overwhelmed. And so I just recognize that by listening to what your explanation is. So thank you. Yeah.
All the knowledge that you have learned is not yet useful for you because you don't have the tool to digest them or to use them properly. See? So first you need to develop tools for your mind to be able to digest all the knowledge that you have acquired from your study. And the tool is to have mindfulness, have a calm mind and a neutral mind, a mind that isn't being overshadowed by your discriminatory things like love, hate, fear, or delusion. This is what you have to get rid of your mind first, in order for you to be able to objectively study all the things that's happening. So it's better to come and create the tools for your mind first before you get into the study of things. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Do you have any Buddhist study group around where you are, or you just do it on your own?
I did it on my own, but I have a group from Wat Metta that I joined on the Zoom meeting.
I see Ajahn Jeff.
Ajahn Jeff, yes.
Okay.
They have have like Saturday and Sunday meetings. Yeah, so I've been joining that and asking questions as well. Yeah.
Okay, good. Just wondering.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go to Singapore now. Kok Seng. Kok Seng, how are you?
Yeah, good evening, Ajahn. I'm fine, thank you. Ajahn, just like to ask two questions. First question, just want to check with Ajahn. Is it true that the Buddha mentioned two types of followers? One is the faith follower, and the second type is the Dharma followers.
What do you mean worse? Universe?
Sorry, faith followers.
Faith
yes.
followers. Faith followers.
Correct. And the second one is the Dharma followers.
Well, I think faith, and I think the other one is Dharma or wisdom. I think, people who follow with wisdom, with their intellectual or common sense.
Yes.
Not just on plain faith alone, but some people just don't know how to use their intellectual abilities, so they just rely on faith alone.
I find myself I'm more of a faith follower because I do not like to when I read some of the Buddha's some of the translations of the suttas, I find it very intellectual and I'm not able to understand. So sometimes I will just choose to just put it aside and just rely yeah, on
On
the
faith,
living teacher,
on faith,
on
yeah.
the on faith. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
You can do either. First, you have to have faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Then, as you advance in your practice, eventually you will develop wisdom to the point where you don't need to depend on faith anymore, because you can prove to your satisfaction everything that the Buddha taught. But if you cannot yet prove now, then just accept it as faith.
Yeah. So most of things I have to accept in good faith what the Buddha mentioned, and also many of the noble disciples like Ajaan mentioned in his autobiography. So I just accept it in good faith. In the meantime.
Yes, they are something you can trust, you can believe in, because they are people who know the truth and teaching us the truth.
Yeah. And Prajan, my second question relates also to what you've been mentioning about the importance of attaining jhana, so that once we have attained the states of jhana, we will be able to stop our defilements. On the other hand, I actually recall what you mentioned last week to one of our participants, Brian from Singapore. So you told him that to attain jhana state is actually, for lay person, is actually very difficult. It's more for the monastic.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've been sitting for quite long hours. I would say in samatha meditation, I can sit in the morning 4 hours, and afternoon can sit for 3 hours. But I've not experienced the jhana state for a long time. It's just just a bigger moment when all the thoughts stops and so on. But that is, I think, 1 year ago, and it's only very, very short period. So I'm just wondering for lay person, so what is your advice of since to achieve jhana is not so easy for a lay person, so how should we proceed along our practice?
Just do as much as you can right now, and one day hopefully you can ordain as a monastic.
But I remember Prajan, you mentioned that now the monasteries, they would only want people who are young, and those people who are above 50. The temple, the monastery may not want to accept people who are above 50 to be ordained.
Not every monastery are like that. If you go to some monastery, they still accept people over 60, or if they think that the person can perform their duties. So it depends on your ability to perform. If the abbot see that you have the ability, even though you're old, 60 or 70 years old, you can still be accepted into the monastery.
Okay. So the ability to perform here, Prajan, can you elaborate a bit?
Well, just be able to live in the monastery and refrain from all your sensual cravings, like watching television, eating at different hours, and this sort of thing, and spend most of your time meditating and developing mindfulness, walking meditation and sitting meditation. If you can perform this work, the monastic work, then you are accepted. See, usually they don't accept you right away. they will let you stay as a 8 preceptor for a while first, and to see how you perform. Before you can become this candidate. Before becoming a monk, you have to be a candidate first, by keeping the 8 precepts and follow all the rules and instruction of the monastery. See if you can do this or not. See if you can do this, then doesn't matter your age, how old you are.
Okay. But what about the manual? Some of the manual chores.
That's also part of it. You have to be able to look after yourself. No one can look after you. Will look after you but yourself. You have to go on bintabat. You have to go on alms round. You have to eat once a day. Wash your own bowl. Wash your own cloth. Everything. You do everything on your own. No servant. Except for the abbot or the senior monks, there are exceptions. They've been ordained for a long time. They have many faithful followers who wants to perform their duties for them. But as a newcomer, as a novice, you have to do everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ajaan.
You're welcome. Okay, we'll go to Malaysia. Alvin.
Good evening, Ajaan. Yeah, Ajaan, just to share some things about the sutta. I find difficult as well. I have sutta at home to understand. But I think one of the effective way is to join a discussion group. I used to join discussion group, Ajaan. I think that is a bit more beneficial, but it's still very hard to understand. And at one point also, I was listening to this PaliAudio.com. They've got some nikayas in it. I find hard to understand as well, but at least it keeps my mind calm, Ajaan. And sometimes you get joy out of listening to the sutta on the phone or something. PaliAudio.com. Just to share that.
Okay. It depends on the group that you join, whether they are knowledgeable or not. If they're not, when their knowledge is based on practice or based on intellectual study, that can be a different also.
It's normally a group of lay people.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you know, you would have doubt after that because you're not sure whether the interpretation of the person who is more knowledgeable than me, definitely, is correct or not. You know? So
what you need is to apply the knowledge you learn in your practice to see whether you can get any result from it or not. But you just barely study just for the sake of understanding, then it's not worth much.
Yes.
You want to study so that you can apply it in your practice, so that you can get rid of your stress, your defilement. That's the goal of studying, not just for merely intellectual understanding only.
Yeah.
You have to apply to get rid of your dukkha.
The practice is the hardest part, I think. Even you can memorize, it doesn't lead you anywhere if you don't practice. Yeah.
Just lock yourself up in the monastery for 7 days and see how hard it is. Just go live in the monastery for 7 days.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. I think it's really tough. Your mind will just be flying everywhere, you know, thinking of going out and a lot of things. Yeah.
Easy. You have to do it anyway. Yeah, if you want to have the result, then you have to go through the pain. No pain, no gain.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. But just to share with everyone, there's a page, there's internet. You can go to Pali Audio, PALI, PaliAudio.com. You can listen to the sutta there as well. I mean, to me, like I mentioned, it comes with sometimes.
We had a temporary termination. We are back on now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I mentioned just to share with everyone, I think PaliAudio.com, that's where you can listen to some of the Nikayas. Those Nikayas, they have been recorded by,
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll go to Sao Paulo now. Ubeka, Alfredo.
Hi, Bante.
Hi, how are you? Good?
Good. Today I have a doctor.
You have a what?
Doctor, surgery.
Doctor. Surgery.
Surgery of hernia.
Hernia. I
Yes.
see. Painful?
What?
Painful or not?
No.
No pain, huh?
No.
Okay, good.
It's a surgery to operation.
Operation.
Yes. They put a
Mustache. Would
yes.
you go to sleep? They put you to sleep?
Yes.
Mm,
I think it's 1 hour operation.
I see.
Yes, but it's not today. Today only the medical.
Today just a medical examination.
Yes.
When is this operation?
In Osasco, 1 hour to here.
1 hour from now.
Yes.
Okay.
1 hour to arrive the hospital.
Hospital.
1 hour here. I get a medical assistance to not pay.
No, you don't have to pay for your operation.
Yes.
You have insurance.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I pay mentally. I pay all month. All month I pay a little.
Okay.
Bante,
Yes.
Bante, I have a order inside about Anicca. Anicca is very good, né, Bante? Anicca is the fourth foundation. Anicca shows the dukkha not appearance, show the anatta, obvious anatta. Anicca is very good insight, né, Bante? Anicca, I think, is the result of sati, né? When you have a good sati, good sati, you have a good anicca, né, Bante? Because sati is a mental life, né, Bante? You not use samsara for an instrument, né? Samsara is only to observe, né, Bante? To see, not to live inside samsara, né?
Yes, go ahead.
A person is nobody person came here, Bante. But now I persons one moment, Bante, 1 moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go to B first. Okay, B. Go ahead, B. Oh, he's back. Okay, hang on.
Sorry, Bante. Sorry. It's okay.
What happened?
Carter. Entrega.
Mhm.
Above. Is
Oh, package. I
yes.
see.
Mail.
Mail.
Yes.
What did you order?
To eat.
Something to eat. Yeah.
Things to eat, yes.
Okay. Good.
Castanhas, beans. Do you know beans?
Beans?
Beans, castanhas.
I don't know.
I think in Brazil have.
I see.
It's
Okay.
It's good
All
to
right.
it's good to have.
Okay.
Então, Bante, the insight of Anitta is very good insight, né, Bante? It's the result of Sati, né? A good Sati, a good Sati is the result of Anicca, né? For foundation.
Yes, if you have sati, you can see anicca clearly.
Yes.
If you don't have mindfulness, you don't see anicca as clear.
Yes.
Because when you have sati, you stop your mind becomes still, and the mind will see everything changing. Everything is keep changing all the time. But when you don't have mindfulness, the mind run with everything, so it doesn't see the change. It doesn't see the anicca.
Yes. Is the insight of wisdom let to jhana, Bante, let to samadhi? Is wisdom led to samadhi?
No, samadhi let support wisdom. Wisdom come from analyzing, studying, investigating.
Yes, but anicca is a wisdom insight, né, Bante?
Well, anicca is the combination of wisdom. When you have wisdom, then you can see anicca.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It's impermanent, né, Bante? It's impermanent.
Okay. Enjoy your package.
Oh, thanks, Bante. If I did in my series, in my operation, good for you, Bante.
No, you won't die. You'll come back alive. Don't worry. See
Do you
next week.
remember Ananda, Bante? Ananda with first concilio. Ananda have to enlightenment to get the enter in concilios, né, Bante? In the night, Ananda practice, and have enlightenment and supramundane to participate the concilios.
Yeah.
Né? The same me, né, Bante? I have to practice to operation.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right now we go to Bangkok. B. Ravin.
Hi, good evening, Prajan. Nice to see you again. Prajan, I was just reflecting on, I think it was one of your talks last week. You mentioned that the Noble Eightfold Path is meant for practitioners, but isn't it that we should be able to practice all 8 elements in order to go on the path towards Nibbana? Because I read in the book that it's the Magga, the 4th noble truth, which is the path that leads to the end of suffering.
It's for everybody, but when the Buddha taught, he was teaching the monks. So he didn't teach anything about dana. That's what I mean. Because the monk had already given up all the money, all the possessions. So there's no need to teach dana. So, but if we still have possession, when he teach the lay people, then he add dana to the Noble Eightfold Path. You first have to give up your possession before you can practice the Noble Eightfold Path effectively all the time. But if you still have possession and you still crave for more possession, then you have to be working and doing so you won't have the time to practice the Noble Eightfold Path full time. So dana is for you to renunciate, to give up your wealth, give up everything and become a monk. That's the purpose of dana or charity. So with lay people, he teaches the lay people first practice charity, then give the precepts, and then meditation. This is it is an addition to the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path is Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. This he taught to the monk because the monk has no possession to give up anymore, so there's no need to teach about dana. But for lay people who still have lots of money, lots of wealth, they have to give up this thing first before they can practice the Noble Eightfold Path fully.
Oh, I see. So it's meant for monks, but lay people who have the additional dana and element to it.
If you don't have to worry about money, you don't have to work for money, and you don't need money, then there's no need for you to. If you can have all the time for your practice of the Eightfold Path, then you don't need to worry about dana either.
There was one element of the Noble Eightfold Path, the right livelihood, where I think the Buddha advised not to do, I think, 4 or 5 unwholesome jobs, right? Would that relate to us more?
Yeah, I think for monk, right livelihood is go on alms round. You go collect food on alms round. That's right livelihood for monks. But
Also, there are monks that don't go on alms round. I mean, there are monks that don't go on alms round.
Well, that's the business. But the Buddha said the right livelihood for monk is to go on bintabat.
Oh, okay. I just learned this because I was reading the right livelihood, and it mentioned about don't sell weapons, don't sell animals to slaughter, don't sell alcohol, don't sell drugs. I think that was in the.
That's to prevent the monks from going to jail, probably. So they're not supposed to do all these things. Or anybody who wants to follow the Eightfold Path should avoid the kind of profession that can harm other people.
I see, Ajaan. Understand. One last reflection. I think last week you mentioned that I should contemplate death at every in and out breath. So I tried it, and it actually kind of it helped me to recollect it more frequently, to understand that breathing in and not breathing out means we die, and breathing out and not breathing in means we die. So I found that was quite useful. It helped me to calm my mind more when I was trying to meditate, because I found that sometimes, to calm the mind, sometimes the mind is wandering around. So I kind of reminded that, if you don't breathe out or breathe in, you will die. So it kind of got my mind more concentrated. So I want to thank you for that. I think it helped me to calm my mind faster.
Okay, good. It's one of we call death recollection, mindfulness of death. Can calm your mind for some people, but not for every people. Somebody might not like the contemplation of death, and it makes them feel morbid or sad, then it's not good for them to use.
Oh, I see. Yes. I find it to kind of calms the mind a bit more because at least we can, at least for the moment, accept reality more. Seeing that, okay, I will die one day.
Restrain restrain your craving, restrain your desire. If not, then sometimes your craving is just boundless. You just keep wanting more and more. And when you think of death, then say, why do I need so much for? And in the end, I'm going to give it all up anyway.
Yes, it helps to put things into perspective.
Yeah, that's right. You forget death. That's the whole point. It's not to forget death. That's all. You should factor that in every decision that you make.
Like an insurance company. Oh, that's
so
true.
you can stop a lot of worrying about things, because in the end you're gonna die anyway. So why worry?
Yes, I think the problem is some of us view death as unpleasant, so we don't want to think about it, but the actual fact is it's unescapable for anyone that is living.
When you don't think about it, you forget, and you thought you're gonna live forever. And when death comes knocking at your door, you become stressful. But you constantly remind yourself that you're gonna die. When death comes knocking, you say, "Oh, it's time for me to depart from this world now." And you can go peacefully, calmly.
Yes. I really like your analogy, Prajan, from I think one of your books, where a boxer needs to train before he goes into the ring, not just go in and fight because he will lose. That's the same with preparing the mind, isn't it?
Preparing your mind for death. So when you come face to face with that, the mind knows what to do. Just stay calm and let the body be, let the body go. The mind doesn't die with the body. So there's no need for the mind to become excited or afraid. Just stay calm. That's our purpose of practice, keeping the mind calm with mindfulness and wisdom. And there will be no suffering, no dukkha when we die. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Prajan, for your teachings today.
All right. Go to Bangsele. Scott. Hi, Scott.
Good evening, Ajaan. Nice to meet you in person on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes, and I intend to come back. You are literally around the corner. And now I know the protocol, and know how everything's done. I feel more confident about being at the actual learnings. I had a CT scan yesterday. I've just got through 3 years of cancer treatment. I had melanoma, I had a tumour taken out my back, I had all my lymph nodes removed. I had 2 bouts of chemotherapy. I've had 15 months of immunotherapy. I had a port cath put in my chest, saved life for constant injections. I had a colon, part of my colon taken. Anyway, I'm all clear as of May last year. But I have to have every 6 monthly scans, and I had my scan yesterday. I did something with a learned meditator back in the UK before I moved to Thailand. And he said to me, he said, when you go for this scan, he said, remember, what's happened has already happened. What hasn't happened already hasn't happened. You just don't know yet. So it's not like you fall off a bicycle and you land on the floor and you go, I've just fallen off a bicycle. If I am to have a tumour, the tumour is already there. I just don't know yet. And if I don't have a tumour, I don't have a tumour, but I don't know yet. So my deduction from that is knowledge is power. Or knowledge is the quest, because basically it's the not knowing. I can't change anything, and I'm not going to know till Thursday, but what's happened has already happened. What hasn't happened already hasn't happened. I just don't know yet. And even though I've had over the last 3 years, 108, near enough 200 hospital appointments, and I've had scans and consultations and this and that. And I've spent the whole 3 years in a perennial waiting room, waiting for the next appointment, the next test, the next assessment, the next. Because now they're less so, because I'm all clear. When I actually have the scan, the first place it takes me is I'm literally hoisted back into that. And it's like, similar to what the man was saying earlier, it's not so much I'm scared of dying, because I'm not, we're all going to die. I'm more concerned about not living while I'm here. Or as my friend says, it's not why are we here, but while we are here. Do you know what I mean? And trying to make, and all of a sudden it's all those things I wanted to do, I'm trying to do quickly because I feel I'm running out of time. And then what I have to realize at the end of the day is time is the biggest thief, because whatever happens, I can't do nothing about time. And even if I try to rush it all in, my point I'm trying to make is, I've said this before in this forum, is basic meditation. What it does is it calms that monkey mind. It slows it all down. It brings, I'm not looking for it to go away, because you don't stop thinking. However, what you do is you get to a point where it's manageable, doable. And at the moment, my practice is a bit scatty because I'm in that waiting room again, waiting for another result. Nothing I can do about it. It's just goes with the territory. I don't know if you've got any experience of what you do in a similar circumstance. I mean, I've gone through a lot of surgeries. I've gone through a lot of treatments. However, when you're in that bit, it's right, next, come on, chop. I feel like I'm in a queue waiting.
Well, for us, our training is to teach ourselves to remain calm regardless of what the situation. We face up to every situation calmly. That's all. That's the goal of our practice. Whether aging, sickness, or death, we are going to have to face them. But just how do we face them? That's the point. And our point here is to face them with calm, peace, and serenity. We can do that if we develop mindfulness and wisdom.
And serenity is a big word in my language, because, as I said before, I've disclosed the fact I'm in 12-step recovery, and it's a prayer that we do at the end of every meeting I go to. So I ask to be granted the serenity, but I don't know what to do when I get something.
If you have mindfulness and the knowledge that everything is beyond your control, then you remain serene. Take things as they are.
I mean, you said at the start of this tonight, when you said about that lots of people analyze rather than actually apply. So I think I have a wealth of knowledge, but it's actually the application of what you do to practice, the word practice. And that's why I need to step up, I think.
Yeah. Okay, just stay calm. Whatever happens, just stay calm. If you can do that, you'll be all right. You'll be in good hand.
Yes, and whatever happens, that's a friend of mine says to me. He said basically, for everything I have gratitude, and for everything I don't have faith. But I said it's easy for you to say because you're not waiting for a cancer result.
Well, I don't know. One day I'll probably have. I might get it just like anybody else. And it's just
Thank
accept
you.
it.
Yes, that's but acceptance is the answer. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Good. I saw Rajat just now, and he just went away again. Maybe his connection is lost. So I'll go to Patty first. Patty, where are you from? You have to unmute your microphone first. It's not unmuted yet. Okay, you can speak now.
Good evening, Long Po.
Where are you from? Indonesia?
I'm from Singapore.
Okay, yes, can hear you clearly.
Thank you. Yes, first of all, I would like to say thank you for your wisdom and your compassion. I consider it a great fortune to be able to meet a master of meditation who is able to speak English. Yeah, so I've been following you on social media quite some time. And a few days ago, I read your biography, which you mentioned about how you practiced before you become a monk. You practice that at home. So I find myself that I'm in a similar situation now, because next month I'm going to move into my own studio apartment, and that I'm pretty free of all commitments. Yeah, because I don't have a career, I don't have to look after my parents anymore, and I have some savings which can last me a few years. So I've read your biography. I've also read a lot of materials in the Tipitaka, also the biographies and the teachings of Luang Pu Man, Luang Pu Chai, and all that. So I understand that this is the one and only chance of my life, and which is why I take it very, very seriously. Yeah, so from early next year, I will be able to practice full time. So I think I would like to try your method first, to do it at home. Yeah, so I'm going to follow the 8 precepts very strictly. In fact, I've been living a very simple life for quite some time now. Yeah, very few possessions, and sleeping on the floor, and very simple foods and all that. But this is the first time in my life that I'm able to be that I'm in a position that I'm completely free of all other commitments. So I'm able to practice full time. So I intend to have a very strict, follow a very strict schedule every day to do the chanting, walking, and sitting meditation, and so on. Yeah. So my question is this enough? I mean, to follow the 8 precepts and to do the meditation and chanting every day, and for now, is it enough for me to attain quite a high level of achievement, attainment?
Or you have to practice mindfulness all day long.
Yes, yes.
And be able to enter into jhana. That's the first goal you should try to aim for.
Yes.
Have continuous mindfulness. Be able to stop your thinking all the time.
Yes.
And then when you meditate, you can still your mind and enter into jhana. If you can do that, then and the next step is to study the nature of your body.
Yes, yes.
And let go of your attachment to your body.
Yes, yes. I think as far as the principles are concerned, the teachings, I'm quite. I mean, I've read too much already, but I haven't put anything into practice. That's the problem. So I have a question which maybe is too early to ask now, but eventually I will come to it, which is that if I follow one method of meditation, for example, anapanasati, or the chanting of the mantra Bhutto, will it only get me to the 4th jhana maximum, and beyond that, it's a different story? Am I right to say that?
As far as jhana is concerned, you don't need to go any further than the 4th jhana.
Oh, but the 4th jhana is not arahant, is it?
No, it's not, just preparation for the development of wisdom.
Yeah.
Without jhana, you cannot study the nature of the body. You cannot see the body clearly as it is.
Yes.
And have the strength to let go of your attachment.
Yes.
So that's the purpose of jhana.
Yes. Yes.
To be able to let go when you see that what you attach to can cause you dukkha, can cause you stress.
Yes.
Like your body.
Yes. Yes.
You don't want to be attached to your body, because when you attach to the body, when the body become old or sick or die, you can get stress. You can get dukkha.
Yes.
But if you don't have jhana, you cannot let go of your attachment. You still cling to your body.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I think that is pretty much what I want to ask. Yeah, so I hope I will be successful. Yeah, in pursuing this path. I mean, I given my current situation, I can make. I mean, I can be in this. I can practice like this as a lay person for a few years without having to worry about other things. So I intend to see how it goes, yeah, for the next 1 or 2 or 3 years, and then see whether, and from there, I will see what adjustments I need to make in order to take my practice to the next level.
Yeah, you just do the starting point first, and then go on from there.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Long Po. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hope you succeed whatever you want to do.
Thank you, thank you. You are the greatest inspiration in my life. Yeah, actually, one thing I would say that every Sunday morning I look forward to watching you going on the Pitava. I really love that live streaming very much. Yeah, it is an inspiration to me because I feel like I can also be a monastic like you, a great monastic like you.
Yeah, good. I hope you ordain one day.
Thank you, Long Po.
Okay. I go to Toronto with Piao and Indira.
Good morning from Toronto.
Good morning.
Good morning, good evening from here.
Yeah, we were listening to all the questions and all your wise answers. So learned so much. Thank you so much for your wisdom that you share with us every day. Also, I just want to add something. Sometimes, like when you do have dukkha in life, it's a good thing because it gets you more propelled towards Dhamma. You kind of like it works like a lubrication, I think. Because if everything is good, like even for Buddha, like he saw a sick man, old man, dead body, like those things inspired him to look for. So like that, you look for more answers and you try to meditate. And so I think it's sometimes a good thing to have some dukkha in life.
No pain, no gain. See, that's all right.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, I think I just want to follow up on the question Anura and Ramya asked about the 4 foundations of mindfulness. I think rather than going through all 4 pretty quickly, if you stick at one, the first one, Kayanupassana, Anapanasati, I think that's, even if you stick for your whole lifetime, I think that's good enough because it'll slowly propel you to chit. Because I think the way people teach is by theory, and they try to go on to, okay, next stage, look for Chittanupassana. You can't look for those. It's something, it's an insight which comes. So if you stick to Anapanasati, get jhana, I think that's good enough. Or strengthen your jhana, practice as you practice, go along. And the insight will develop. It's a gradual path, as you said. So it takes time.
It depends on how clever you are, how smart you are. If you're very smart, once you have jhana, you can become enlightened in 7 days or 7 weeks or 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, it depends on your ability to understand the nature, the 3 characteristic nature of everything, and let go.
How to strengthen? You talk about strengthening jhana. I guess it's that if you strengthen your mindfulness, you can strengthen your jhana, right? The more mindfulness you have,
you meditate more. You meditate more. You sit more. Sit for longer hours and sit for many sessions. After you finish in one session, you come out, and you do walking meditation. Then after that, you go back again. See? All day long, you do nothing but just mindfulness and meditation. Then you keep strengthening your jhana until your mind become very steady, even when you're not in jhana, when you come out jhana. then you are ready to tackle the problem of attachment to your body.
So I guess jhana, I guess it's part of the preliminary step for insight. We all need that. I mean, you cannot skip samma samadhi and
It's
go
a
to insight.
it's a prerequisite. Like when you study medicine, prerequisite. You have to study this course before you can go on to the next course. So before you go to develop wisdom, you need to have jhana first.
That's true. Yeah, I think the a lot of misunderstanding is people read the sutras and try to explain through the theory, like explaining the recipe without tasting the food. So they try to kind of explain everything through the theory and try to tackle it that way. And it's a lot of confusion going on. I think sometimes it's sometimes maybe doing injustice. I think it's better to practice before you try to teach someone. At least you know what you are doing, what you are teaching, right? Sometimes I feel some of these certain monks, like theory, it's the flow of theory, but it doesn't really help you because they keep going to step by step and say, oh, now you're inside, now you can't, right? I mean, it's sometimes very tough and it confuses lay practitioners like us.
So thank you so much for teaching us the right way. Yes.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to teach anybody before you become enlightened. Because your teaching will not be truthful, let's put it that way, not true to the truth. So you have to become enlightened first before you can really become a teacher.
Yes, that's so true. We are very fortunate to have you as a teacher, and it has helped us immensely in our practice, and so much gratitude to you.
You're welcome. Happy to hear that.
Yeah, and then one person asked about the faith follow, Dhamma follow. Those are like a precursors of Sotapanna stage. I think the Buddha talks about faith follow is called Saddhanusari, Dhamma follow is called Dhammanusari. So the differences also, and Buddha guarantees that when you die, you become a Sotapanna if you're either faith follower or a Dhamma follower. So the differences is the faith follower has a faith. This happens this way. I consciousness, craving, so he has a faith, but he doesn't know it yet. The Dhamma follower contemplates, but he hasn't seen it yet. But the Sotapanna is seeing it's happening in front of him. This is how it all arises and passing away. So I think that those are the differences I think the Sutra talks about. I just want to add that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll go to Billy from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajaan. Today I would like to ask, when I do sitting meditation and then when the mind starts to become empty and quite calm, it happened quite a few times that suddenly I feel suffocated, like out of breath, out of sudden. And then I was quite shocked and I have to open my eyes to catch my breath. I try to ignore that and just restart again, but usually it will happen quite a few times. I mean, I still can't really overcome that problem. So how is your advice, Ajaan?
Well, just ignore it, just let it be, and just concentrate on your practice. Treat it just a natural phenomenon, like rain or something. See if we can go through it.
Okay. So just keep trying. I mean, just strengthen my mindfulness and then just
ignore everything that appears. Treat it as not anicca, dukkha, anatta. They come and go. You cannot stop them when they come. You cannot prevent them from coming. So you just have to leave them alone.
Okay. So just treat it as just any other phenomena.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ajaan. Another thing is, my brother contacted my parents last week. So, yes, he is still in the monastery, and he said that he's doing well physically and mentally, and in terms of being a Patimokkha reciter, he said that he is considered passed by Ajaan Suchart to be the reciter, because I think he has reached a certain time limit, and then he can recite like with the right accent, and it is recordable. Yeah, that's I think more or less the update that he gave to my parents.
Okay, good to hear. Thank you for your information.
You're welcome, Thanajan. And the other thing is, Thanajan, do you know about what is it? Ajaan Suchart from Sakonnakhon. He learned from various teachers like Ajaan Fan, Ajaan Tat, and also I think Lung Ta Mahabua.
I haven't heard of him before. I don't know.
Oh, I see. Because one of the Thai monk who stay here, he recommended me to try to practice with him. For Meiji, there is a minimum cost, and I can consult with him from time to time, and they can help with the visa. So, I'm thinking, should I give it a try since I have not found the right place to stay, to practice in Indonesia.
Well,
But
you have to decide for yourself.
Okay. Yeah, just that I can't find his teaching yet.
Because I don't know him, so I cannot really say anything about it.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Thanajan.
Fine. Thank you. You're welcome. Yet Genso from Penang. Hi, anything?
No question, Ajaan. Happy to see Ajaan again once per week here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I got to Belinda from Singapore.
Also, no questions. Thank you.
Okay. Christine Koe from Penang. Christine, are you listening? Okay.
Yes, Ajaan, good evening. I'm in the car, sorry, for waiting for my turn. Yeah, Ajaan, I would like to inform Ajaan next week I'm going to stay in temple back to home for 8 precept for 1 week plus.
Good. I hope you can enter into
Then
jhana.
another. Thank you. And another thing is my brother would like to do dana to support Thanajan in your temple. So is that I can contact any of your helper for your Katina this year?
Yes, you can contact Kunju. She can give you the information. Maybe Kunju can send her a chat message. Okay.
Maybe one of your assistants can text me just so.
They can text you right now in this chat room. We have chat also. So just just look at for the chat. Turn on the chat. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's all. Thank you for tonight. Thank you.
All right. Viralia from it. Viralia.
Good evening, Ajaan. Today I have a question regarding my meditation. So previously when I meditate, I normally anchor the mindfulness in the body. But these few days, I realized there's a difference. So I want to know if this is what it calls the wrong meditation, because during the meditation, the awareness feels like floating. And then when I wake up from samadhi, the awareness is not that in the present, it's like floating type. So is that what they call like in trance or wrong concentration?
What do you use for your meditation object?
Anapanasati.
Keep watching the breath.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happens?
When I watch the breath, these few days, it feels like the awareness is not really there, even though when I'm looking at the breath, but it feels a bit like floating, like
You should stick with the breath and ignore everything else. Don't pay attention to anything.
Okay.
Because if you don't stay with your breath, then your mind can start playing tricks on you, creating all sorts of phenomena. You don't worry about those things that happen during meditation. Just keep focus on your breath only, and eventually everything will disappear, and the mind will become empty and still.
Okay.
Just stay with the breath.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tan Ajahn.
All right. Go to Intan from Indonesia. Intan.
Good evening, Ajahn. I have no question.
Okay. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay. Keep study and keep meditating, okay?
This is the problem, Ajahn. When I'm in Wat Yan, I have a strong motivation to meditation, but after I come back at home, slow but sure, I'm not meditation.
Yeah. You become lazy. You have to push yourself. You have to push yourself. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Go to Gary, Singapore. Gary.
Good evening, Ajahn. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. No questions for me tonight. Just happy to be listening and learning. Thank you.
Okay. Go to Nigel Chan, also from Singapore. Nigel, can you hear me?
Yes, Ajahn. Yeah, I'm very happy to see you. Yeah, today I have several questions to ask. So the first question is about my practice. So last week, the week before last week, I attend your Zoom meeting and I follow your instructions, which is to recite Buddha from the time I wake up to the time I sleep. And so I try to sit very long each day, sometimes 6 hours, sometimes 3 hours, and I just want to get into the jhanas, but up to now I still haven't succeeded. And I find that when I study, and the mind will lose from, how to say that, will be away from mindfulness. So could Ajahn further advise my practice?
Your mindfulness, what happened? Your mind runs away from your mindfulness.
Yes. My mind will stick onto the computer and the contents, like the contents that I think, and I will fall apart from Buddha and the mindfulness of awareing my body and mind.
Yeah. So you have to stop doing everything else and just focus on your Buddha alone only. You should not do any study now yet when you're developing mindfulness. Just concentrate only on Buddha.
But if I have to study, then I just aware of the thinking, right?
What kind of study?
Like studying the material from the university, like studying.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, then you just have to be mindful of what you're studying. Just focus on your study only. Don't let your mind go think about other things.
Oh, okay. So
you can stop Buddha temporarily when you have to study, or when you have to use your thought for some work or something. But when you don't have to think, then you should stop your thought with Buddha.
Okay. So I heard from other people that actually getting into jhana jhana is very near from us, but once we get the technique on the once we get the technique, then we can enter into jhana very fast. So now
technique is to stay with Bhutto.
Or stay with Bhutto only.
Yeah, that's the technique. Just stay with the Bhutto. Don't leave Bhutto alone. Stay with Bhutto. Don't leave Bhutto. Don't make Bhutto lonely. Keep company with Bhutto.
Okay. So I will proceed on my practice. Okay. So the second question is that after because I cannot enter jhana now. So for example, if I meditate for an hour and I will leave 5 minutes to develop vipassana. So I would like to listen to Ajaan's advice for whether I practice it correctly. So I will, after I develop my samadhi by chanting Buddha Buddha in my mind, then I will start to contemplate, like thinking that the body is anicca, dukkha, and anatta, and is repulsive. And I will ask myself, is this head I? Is this neck I or my? Is this chest I or my? So far and so forth. So afterwards, I will start to contemplate the nature of the mind, which is anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So am I practicing vipassana correctly?
Correctly, but not at the right time. You should wait until you get jhana first.
It's very difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what you study will not be useful. You will not be able to let go of your attachment to your body, your feeling, or your mind without jhana. When you see that they are changing, they're constantly changing, and they are not under your control. So you cannot cling to them and expect them to be the way you want them to be. This you cannot do without jhana. You won't have the strength to leave them alone. See, the purpose of studying the body, the feeling, and the mind is to understand their nature, that they are natural phenomena, something that you cannot control, something you have to leave them alone. But if you don't have jhana, you cannot leave them alone. You want to control them, right? You want to control your body, you want to control your feeling. You want to control your mental states. And when you cannot control, then you get dukkha. So try to study. Don't do much study. Maybe just 1% of your time. Well, just to briefly study, but spend 99% of your time developing mindfulness and jhana first.
Oh, okay. That's inspiring, because I also hear from a Myanmar monk who advised me to sit for long hours, like for at least 6 hours a day, in order to develop mindfulness. So
that's right.
So I will try it. And another question I would like to ask is, sometimes when I see some monks chanting and someone chanting, I will think that is something not very useful, because like they are chanting the Pali language which they do not understand. And could Ajahn explain the merits of chanting, or the meaning, whether it's meaningful? Could Ajahn explain or advise?
Well, chanting is just like using the mantra. It's the same thing. Chanting or using the mantra. The purpose is to have mindfulness and jhana.
So
instead of reciting Mutto, you chant Itipiso, Bhagava, or whatever verses. It's the same thing. It's the method of developing mindfulness.
So
it's a way of stopping your mind from thinking aimlessly.
If we chant like some sutta from the Tipitaka, so by with our mouth, so is this possible to enter into jhana by doing so, chanting by mouth?
Not by chanting alone, but chanting can help relieve some of your restlessness and agitation. And then it will make it easier for you to sit and watch your breath. Sometimes you're not able to watch your breath because your mind is still agitated and restless. So sometimes you need to do chanting first to calm the mind down to a level where then you can then sit and watch your breath.
Actually, chanting is only an aid to for meditation. Us, meditation. Yeah. But aside from this, are there any significance of chanting, like the monks are doing?
Well, it's just that's the main purpose really, is to calm your mind, stop your. If you cannot yet meditate, then you use chanting as a form of meditation.
Okay, thank you. And
if you understand the meaning, then you can get wisdom from chanting. You chant the sutta, like the four foundation of mindfulness sutta, and you understand how to practice the four foundation of mindfulness. But you have to understand the meaning of the word that you chant. If you don't, then you don't get wisdom, you don't get knowledge, you only get mindfulness.
So mindfulness is the merit that we gain from
chanting.
From chanting. Okay. So this question, I think only Ajahn you could answer. So could Ajahn explain how we can achieve the stream entry, the second foot of Sotapanna to Arahant, and could Ajahn also so to explain the understanding of each stage of enlightenment? Thank you.
It's too far for you to know right now. Right now for you is to know how to develop mindfulness. It's good. It's enough for you. Because if I tell you, you'll forget it tomorrow. So there's no need for you to know now. What you have to know now is how to have mindfulness all the time. How to recite Buddha all day long. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Go to Sri and check. Came in quite late, or you've been in and out, or what?
Listening, Ajahn. No, didn't turn on the video. just listen.
I see. You're in the room, but didn't turn on your video.
Yeah.
So you're snooping on me, huh?
Many participants today, Ajahn. So I should give my time to. I think there's still question from.
Yeah, we have about just less than 10 minutes left.
Yeah. And also EV is here too. So I think, just say hi to you. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, no question tonight, huh? Today. Okay, we'll go to EV then, our last participant. Maybe Sulan will come in after this, I don't know.
I had not have question to Ajahn, just listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay then. If that's it, then I'll go to Kunjuk for if there's any question coming in from YouTube or Facebook or email.
Yes, we have 7 questions this evening. The first 4 questions are from the assistant email. The first question is from Charles from New York. There are suttas that say eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mano are anicca. What is mano in such suttas? Is it referring to the brain in these cases?
No, it refers to the 4 nama khandhas, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, and Vijnana, which is in the mind, not in the brain.
The next 3 questions are from Samanji from Sri Lanka. The first question is, how does one know whether he or she has reached the Sotapanna status? What is the implication?
When there's no stress regarding the body, whatever happens to the body, the Sotapanna doesn't feel any stress. Like when the body gets sick or die, there is no stress.
The next question, how can one make use of the Buddha's meditation practices to achieve worldly benefits such as educational, career, and relationship goals?
That's not the purpose of the Buddha's teaching. The purpose of the Buddha's teaching is to achieve spiritual perfection, not worldly gains.
His next question is it correct to do so, to use meditation practice to achieve worldly benefit?
No, it's for the mind, it's for the peacefulness of the mind. Makes the mind peaceful, calm, and happy.
The next question is from Kun Sirit Gate from the Dr. V channel. It came in Thai and translated into English. May I ask Ajaan a question? If I were to practice about 3 hours a day, should I split the practice to 3 times a day for 1 hour each, or should I split it into 2 periods, one morning and one in the evening for 1 hour each? The point is, I am not certain if I should focus on the frequency of the meditation practice or on the length of each practice. Can Ajaan please give me an advice? Thank you.
Well, it just whatever is convenient, profitable, or beneficial, then use that method. You have to find out for yourself how you want to divide up your time.
The next question is from Tae Eng Hua. Ajaan, what does the sutta say about the benefits of becoming a novice, monk, a samanera in this lifetime?
I don't know. I haven't studied the sutta regarding this, so I cannot answer this question.
And the last question is from Pauline Soon. Can Ajaan please explain about the Asubha meditation? Yes, Asubha contemplation in meditation.
You want to study the complete nature, the complete picture of the body. We only see half of the picture. We only see the outside part of the body. So we can be deceived by what we see, because if we only look at the external part, the external part can look attractive. Yeah. So if you want to have a balanced picture of the body, then you have to look at the other parts of the body that is hidden under the skin. When you see the other part, the hidden part, then you can see that the body is not really attractive at all. So this is for the purpose of eliminating your sexual desire toward other people's body. Okay.
Ajaan, we just got one question in from Nang Ye. May I know how to train 3 or 4-year-old kids to meditate?
Oh, you cannot yet train them. They're too young. Just train them to be obedient. Tell them to follow what you tell them to do. That's all you need to do first. Okay.
That is all, okay.
All right. Okay, Nigel, you have 2 minutes for your question.
Okay, Ajahn. So if we would like to practice Asubha meditation, so is that we imagine the body parts in our body, in our mind?
Yes, at first to imagine in your mind, and then you have to apply it to the body that you like, that you have sexual attraction for.
Oh, okay.
When you see a beautiful girl and you want to have sex with her, then think of her intestine, think of her lungs, her inner organs.
So by imagining this Asubha practice, so by imagining maybe the girl outside, we can also achieve Sotapan, right? Outside.
Well, I don't know whether you can or not. You have to do it first. Okay, don't worry about achieving anything right now.
Mm-hmm. Another thing is that I wish to donate a set of Tipitaka to your temple. Can I do it?
We have so many of it already. It was just redundant for us to have them.
What does your temple needs now?
Well, basically anything that can be used to pay the bills. We have electricity bill, we have water bills, we have maintenance bills we have to pay for.
Oh, okay. So if I would like to donate to your temple, I just need to message the Facebook admin of your page, right?
Yeah, go onto my website and contact the assistant email address for information. Or maybe one of the assistant here might be able to help you. I'm not sure whether she can or not.
Oh, okay. Is it okay?
But you can contact my assistant email. Go to the website pasuchat.com and go to the contact section, and there will be an email for you to contact my assistant, and you then my assistant will give you the information.
Okay. So is it okay for me to invite some Dharma friends to also donate to your temple to make merit?
It's up to you, but it's not for us to say. So you can invite, or you don't invite. It's up to you. It's not our business.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right. I think that's about it for tonight or today. Thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting is beneficial for you and help you to advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
กราบสาธุเจ้าค่ะ
Thank you, Prajat. Thank you, Admin. Thank you, everyone.
Satu,
Thank you.
Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Sadhu,
sadhu,
sadhu.
Thank
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
See you,
Saturday.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye see you ขอให้แอดมินเป็นเจอที่
ขอบคุณแอดมินนะครับขอบคุณปัจจุขอบคุณ
Ajahn